congregation to rise.
The resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, shall live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Beginning and the end, says the Lord, who is and was and who is to come, the Almighty. And I saw a great white throne, and he who sat on the throne from whose face the earth and heaven was hidden. And I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God, and books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were indeed judged according to their works, the things which were written in the books. Please be seated. Welcome everyone to this day Thanksgiving service of Beverly Davis, Sister Beverly Davis. It's a time of sadness, but for others it's a time of joy. Sadness because you'd love me to say another word to Beverly, and to see her smile, and to work with her once more. But also joy, because she died in the Lord. The day before she died, she observed the communion. She died among family members and brethren. She died knowing that she was loved and appreciated. Therefore, all of this is because of Almighty God. So today, it's a day of mixture, of joy, and sadness. But let it be more of joy. Let's all stand and sing the very first hymn, led by Brother Olivier Bembridge.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God, my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not thy compassion As thou hast been, God forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto summer and winter and springtime and harvest. Sun, moon, and stars in their courses above. God with unmeasuring manifold hands, till thy great faithfulness mercy and so sing how great is thy faithfulness. I'm singing great is thy faithfulness, and I'm singing now morning, morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. So pardon for sin and the peace that endureth. Thine only presence to chill and to life and strength for to live right tomorrow. Blessings on mine with 10,000 beside. So we're singing great is thy faithfulness, you know great, great is thy faithfulness, morning, morning and morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.
Before we go to God in prayer, led by Evangelist Derrick Brown, the minister for this congregation. They are gathered here as a conglomerate of relatives from Canada, family members from Kingston, members of the church from all over the islands. Preacher today is Brother Michael Gordon, all the way from Lucy in Canada. Our song leader is Brother Olivier Bembridge, evangelist of the Titans Church of Christ. All of this reflective of the warmth and affection to which Sister Beverly is had. Let's at this time go to God in prayer. Shall we stand for prayer? Let's all stand. Eternal God, O most righteous, everlasting Father,
are thankful, dear God, for the life of Sister Beverly Davis. We are thankful and grateful, God, that you have given her the opportunity to serve you and to serve you faithfully. For over 40 years, she has dedicated her life to you and to the church. And Father, the church is better off for that. Your kingdom is better for our service to you. Father, words cannot express our thankfulness and our gratefulness for all the work that you did in your kingdom. Father, we ask, dear God, that you bless the family, you comfort them, you allow them to see your goodness and your greatness. Father, we pray that those of us who are here celebrating the life of Sister Beverly Davis will be able to emulate her commitment to you, her faithfulness and her dedication. Father, we ask, dear God, that you bless this service as we continue the celebration. As we pray, we ask in Christ's name. Amen.
We'd like to invite you to come now and read the first lesson, Job chapter 19, 25 to 27.
Good morning. It reads, "For I know that my Redeemer lives, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin were destroyed this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me." Here again, to read the word, we all say amen.
We now enter into a section of our proceedings, and we look at the trivets, first by Reid, principal of the School of Hope. But we present these trivets mindful that Almighty God, this said in Hebrews chapter 6, is not unjust. Forget your work and labor of love, which you have shown towards his name, in that you have ministered to the saints and do minister. Well, Sister Davis's ministry is over, but we now remember some of the work that she did. Tina, Reid, come on.
And in this tribute on behalf of the Randall Movement School of Hope for someone who was very dear to us, all of us, very special to all of us. Staffs. Good teachers impart good education. Great teachers move your students to become leaders. Ordinary teachers direct us along the right path. But great teachers inspire us to seek our own path. They encourage us to discover our talents. Beverly Davis spent her entire adult life, approximately 43 years, in the teaching profession, imparting knowledge and skills to hundreds of students, especially those with intellectual disabilities. Beverly believed her duty as a teacher was to transform her students into responsible adults and good citizens. Humble, caring, kind, thoughtful, respectful, honest, hard worker. These are She made Beverly one of the most unforgettable persons with whom I've had the privilege to work. Beverly started her career working with young children at the Canada Basic School, and that's from 1975 to 1977. At the Vineyard Town Methodist Basic School from 1978 to 82. However, in the summer of 1980, she joined the staff of the School of Hope, where she worked with students 6 to 12 years at our Campion College unit, along with Melrose Gilbert Francis. These two teachers did a phenomenal job with our students at this location until Hurricane Gilbert flattened the unit in 1988. These teachers were transferred to the national unit and assigned to work with students 16 to 20 years. Bev did not skip a beat. It seemed as though she was going to work with this age group. But whatever group of students were given to her, she always managed to meet their needs. In 2009, Teachers' Day, 2 students from each class acted as teachers for the day. And at the end of the day, Bev said excitedly to her grade 8 class, "I see myself in my students. I see myself in the picture." Beverly served as head of faculty in various areas of Gladwyan School. Whatever she was asked to do, she did it well. She gave every class her full 100. Under her leadership, this department had many successes, and the school benefited from her caring persona and fortitude. Ms. Davis constantly provided love and support for the students. As a matter of fact, she looked over everyone, academic, ancillary, and administrative staff. She even looked over the principal and members of the management team. She was so well loved by all that when her health guidance deteriorated in 2008-2009, her colleagues rallied around to support her. Everyone wanted to be sure she was exercising and was eating right. Bev went over and above what was expected of a teacher in support of her students. And I pause here to say that these were some of her most difficult students, all boys. To ensure that these boys were fully supported, Ms. Davis would give up her Saturdays, give free extra lessons and counseling. She even provided lunch and bus fare for those in need. Bev had an eye for those students who she believed should be mainstream, and so she would work very hard to prepare them for the grade 6 achievement test. She has had about 4 students who matriculated into regular high school, one being Kingston College. Bev had a special love for sports and drama, and was the biggest supporter when her students were on show. Everyone loved Bev. When she was in charge of the teacher's register, she would follow those teachers who failed silently each day. Come, sign up for government book, she would say. No one was upset. They smiled and signed. It was unusual for her to reprimand the latecomers, regardless of the positions they held, and I've had a few of those from Ms. Bev. You know, we can never fully express how much Bev meant to us at Randall Duplex. We recognize her contribution, her hard work, her advice, and thoughtful guidance. We thank her for sharing herself with us, for her understanding, for her remarkable kindness, and most importantly, her unfailing love for the school. We had tremendous respect and love for her. And she will continue to be in our hearts as we celebrate her life and express our gratitude for the valuable lessons she taught us. We will continue to cherish fond memories and cannot forget the legacy she has left behind. Today, we rejoice that her life has come full circle and that it has been made purposeful by God. I believe we are all better teachers and students because we knew her. We will continue to honor her memory at Randall Lopez and carry her beautiful spirit in our lives. So, on behalf of the school, I wish to express our deepest condolences to her family and friends. And I pause here to say, today, Mrs. Reid, her aunt, who we lived with for a number of years, and her husband, Dr. Kiddoe. Thanks to Miss Bell. We look forward to that great reunion when next we meet. Rest well, my friend. Rest well.
Excellent words of information, encouragement, and for those of us who are alive, motivation. Our next speaker will, on behalf of the Mona Church of Christ, give tribute to Sister Wisdom Clara and Charles. The Bev came a member of this congregation over 40 years ago. Because part of the reason was that her cousin, my wife, Kiddoe, came a member here in 1973. And her younger cousin followed suit a few years later. And now, we speak on behalf of the Mona congregation.
Thank you. Pleasant morning, everyone. Tribute to the worker in the Lord, Mr. Beverly. For the Lord Jehovah will help me. Therefore, I have not been ashamed. On account of this, I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. Isaiah 50 and verse 7. A prophetic word spoken in the life of Sister Beverly. Because when she made her commitment to God in baptism on or about 1977, she never looked back. She has a testimony that she served with quiet servitude. Her modus operandi, as directed by Jesus Christ, our Savior, was not to let your left hand know what your right hand was doing. One sister recalls that when Sister Bev sensed there was a need in someone's life, she would squeeze a little something in your hand and amen, and looked for nothing in return. Fulfilling what Jesus says in Matthew 6:3-4. But when you do merciful deeds, do not let your left hand know what your right hand does, so that your merciful deeds may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. This quiet and gentle spirit was consumed with care and concern for others. If I knew that when we spoke on January 3rd would have been our last conversation, I would have spent a little more time with her. In her ailing state, she was concerned about my husband and how he was coping. She was genuinely concerned about how Tijani and Jean-Pierre were doing in school and expressed her desire that God would continue to bless us. Sister Bev offered to me what in hindsight she might have needed more. But such was the heart of this woman. She gave of herself what she could, a daughter of encouragement, fulfilling her nature in Christ. This indeed was a feature of her 40+ years walk in Christ. For a significant number of those years, she served in whatever area of the church she could. She was an active member of the youth group and of the campaign ministry, which eventually was the area that she found greatest joy in. She personalized the charge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, go into all the world and teach all nations. As a result, almost every major campaign of the Church of Christ, over the period from 1981 to 2000, she was involved, to the point where she became campaign secretary. She was most notably instrumental in the start of the Ultra Church of Christ, a worker indeed for God and good. Sister Bev found her niche working for the Lord through her involvement and nurturing of the young men of the Jamaica School of Preaching between 1981 and 2010. This indeed is where she shone as a woman of encouragement. She could be the counselor for the part she played in motivating, providing for, and guiding the young men of JSP. She helped the students to settle in and find their place in the work of the Lord. And as they made ready their exit from the institution, she served as the chief organizer for the graduation exercise, which spanned 30 years. Sister Bev made personal investment in these future preachers, all for the cause of Christ and his kingdom. Truly, as Proverbs 31 says, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Christian, encourager, counselor, mentor, and friend, Sister Beverly Davis set her face like flint to the work of the Lord, found her vocation in the kingdom of God, and gave of herself to the end. Now, the rest of the acts of Sister Beverly Davis and all that she did, are they not written in the Lamb's Book of Life? From henceforth, she rests from her labor and her work will follow her. Thank you.
Yes, well said, well said. You know, this facility here, which was an old movement in the 1950s, 1970, became the home of the Mona Church of Christ and the Jamaica School of Preaching and Biblical Studies. The school has been operating now for 48 years. At this time, we asked Father and Sister Reid come forth and speak on behalf of the JSP family.
To the Bembridge family, ministers, vendors, dear friends, good morning. The entire Jamaica School of Preaching and Biblical Studies family, staff, students, past students, and support staff join in unity to express sadness at the passing of our dear sister in Christ, Beverly Davis.
Sister Davis served the JSP in various capacities for over 30 years. She was part-time secretary, accountant, campaign organizer,
campaign secretary and graduation organizer. As accountant, she was thorough and trustworthy. As campaign and graduation organizer, she treated the Lord's business as if it was her home.
What my wife is saying is that Sister Bev is meticulous. In other words, you have to do the work. If you're doing it to the best of your ability, or else you achieve a problem. When a student, young men and women, who enter the halls of JC came under the influence, guidance, and often mentorship of Sister Davis. Her quiet demeanor, humble spirit, engaging smile caused students, staff to gravitate towards her. Stories are often told of her helpfulness, kindness, and encouragement given to students.
She was not one to miss the Friday evening singing and fellowship with the Bona family and the JCP family. She believed in the spreading of the gospel of Jesus Christ and saw the JCP as a vehicle in getting evangelism done. Hence, she supported the school, not just in words, but in deeds. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she lived. You can remember only that Sister Bev is gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on.
May her soul rest in peace.
I trust that we are encouraged and enlightened. Kiddoe family embraced the Bev as part of our family. In fact, one of the great joys that I have in my heart is that she died staying and living at the Kiddoe home in Kiddoe Preston among loved ones. At this time, I, Kiddoe, Stacey Shaw, will speak on behalf of the family.
Morning, church. It would be possible for all reflections that you could make on a family to be made here. What we have a few would like to share.
Good morning, everyone. Aunt Bev had been an integral part of our lives since we were children. She was present at most of our family fellowships, such as our birthday celebrations and our Christmas Day activities. She had a lovely and kind spirit, and this was evident in the many gifts she gave the family during our gift exchanges on Christmas Day.
Even when my daughter was born, she contributed significantly to the hospital village.
Most of my conversations with Aunt Bev centered on her teaching experiences, and she was my go-to person if I wanted to know the latest happenings in education and any current affairs. On countless occasions when our parents traveled overseas, Aunt Bev was the resident babysitter. Our mom often described her as a frugal person. But if I may add, her thriftiness was not limited to only her finances, but other resources. Let me explain. On one of the occasions when Aunt Bev was asked to babysit us, one morning she called us for breakfast. I can't fully remember what we were eating on that particular day. However, what stood out in my mind was the bread slices, and the bread slices were cut as thin as mist. Each slice was of the same size, and I asked her if she used a machine to cut the bread. She laughed and she said that the bread has to last a long time.
As a child, I also remember when she was babysitting us. At one point, she was not allowing us to watch TV. So I decided to draw, and I drew her. And she asked me, what was I drawing? I said, a taxi to take her home. She also encouraged me. I remember at one point I was working and at my job work, and a new job offer was correct. And I was a bit indecisive, but I was at sorry about it, and she saw me, and when I told her, she encouraged me. I took up the new job offer, and it was a great blessing. She was faithful when it came to ministry, often working in campaigns and various evangelistic missions. As was noted before, she helped start the Orthodox Church of Christ.
When I heard that Aunt Bev's condition had worsened, I asked my husband if he could visit with her and serve her the Lord's Supper. On January 13th, when we arrived at our mom's home, we walked in the room where she was staying, and I touched her hand gently. She opened her eyes and I told her Roger who is my husband, and I were here to serve her the communion. She tried several times to sit up during reflection. However, the discomfort she faced was unbearable. At the end of serving the communion, we talked with her a little and encouraged her not to give up. She pointed to her left leg and informed us that she had to undergo an operation to have it amputated. I realized this was an unsettling decision for her, and we encouraged her not to worry about it because God would never leave her nor forsake her. On January 14th, my mom called me when I was at work to inform me that Aunt Bev passed away. A flood of emotions overwhelmed me, as could have been expected, in light of the fact that I visited with her the previous day. It took some time to come to grips with her passing, and in some way I was a little bit angry because I was saying she should not have given up. She had a longer life to live. And then my mom encouraged me and she said, Stacey, she's in a better place. That is her comfort. And that she will no longer be suffering. So that reconciled in my mind that Aunt Bev is indeed in a better place. A place that we should all be striving for when we are called from this life. Our family gatherings will not be the same without her.
And I realized that she always kept her focus on Christ. And her life has been a testimony to others.
She was dedicated to the betterment of others and often did good deeds unbeknownst to others. We will miss her infectious smile and laugh so much. Though we are bereaved from her loss, we are overjoyed by where she is now and comforted by the fact we will see her again. Thank you.
Okay. I think we better get past our tributes at this time. The words, because these are very touching tributes. We are so happy that Beverly's cousin, Vanessa Davis, is here from Canada. She's a wonderful singer. She shall now bring a tribute song as we bring this section of our program to a close.
Good morning. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Many dangers, toils and snares I have already come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no last days to sing God's praise. Then when we first begun, praise God, 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 praise God. Praise God.
Praise God, because He is the motivator for good works. At this time, I have our second lesson led by Sister Mary Dixon of the Mola Church.
Second reading is taken from Philippians chapter 4, verses 3 to 9. And I entreat thee also, through your help those women which labor with me in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow work laborers, whose names are in the book of life. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say, rejoice. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Prayer and
just to say from the words here, you know, there are sometimes you go to some funerals, and what is said about a person, you try to sift through. See, what is said about a person is really so. For everyone who came forward and spoke about Sister Beverly. If you need confirmation, it's true. When it was said that Sister Beverly, she the motivator, something like that, and she takes care of homes. I'm a product of that. I met her in 1998. Oh yeah. Sister Beverly. I don't know if it's because I was coming out of the deep rural. You know, when she saw me, so you know something, let me tell you this little young man coming in my way. And there's one more person who I can attest to, that these two persons have made a great impact in my life since 1998. And I may not have said it to her before, but I'm going to say it publicly. And that's Stacy Shaw. You have made a great impact in my life. Since the day I met you, you taught me what to be. And now I realize the relationship, family relationship, they say what, ship don't fly far from the blood on there to share the same, quality. So we're going to stand and sing the song, Jesus Hold My Hand. As I travel through this pilgrim life, there is a brand new one with me when singing. Lead me, take me to the sea. Thine is the promise of Calvary. This will be my prayer in morning, and to let me through the best I can. For I need my life till my day and night. Blessed Jesus, oh, will I'm singing, blessed Jesus, hold my hand, oh yes, I live in every hour and two. You spell Spirit there, protect me, my life saving. For I have been
my people please. Oh Lord, look down on me, where I hope to meet you there, blessed Jesus, oh my hand. Lord, sing now, let me travel in the light, divine that I see, their blessed way. We'll sing of peace, Jesus, holy night, I sing redemption songs someday. I will be a soldier brave, living true and never afraid. Burning can stand as an onward road and living in the full. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand, I'm singing blessed Jesus, hold my hand, oh yes, I believe every heart to this land is filled and protect me by my taking for and me my people be oh Lord, look down on me when I live. I hope to meet you there, blessed Jesus. Oh my Lord, I'm singing blessed Jesus. Oh my hand, oh yes, I believe every hour and through this land is still and protected. My Savior, oh, my look down on me when I'm living. Oh, blessed Jesus, oh my, just sing it one more time, blessed Jesus, oh my hand, yes, I'm living every hour and through this land is spirit and protected blessed Jesus, hold my hand. Yes. Wonderful. Singing. Wonderful singing. The whole acapella chorus will be singing for us soon, and I trust they are getting ready. At this time, Professor Gloria Reid, could you please stand? Turn around. No, turn around, face the audience. Then start about Beverly. Everybody doesn't know what Beverly means, sometimes scared. Come, along with the rise of the algorithm to give you.
Beverly Davis, a girl who had no middle name. Beverly was born on February 1st, 1956, in the parish of Westmoreland. From the day she was born, babies usually cry and make a lot of noise.
Bev was very quiet. She grew up with that same quiet demeanor. Very unassuming, very gentle, and I have never seen a frown. If she was upset about anything, from my experience, I guess she kept it under her breath. She lived in the country in Westmoreland with her mother, and she always visited her paternal grandparents. It was always a joy to see her coming around and come to visit. At the age of 10, she went to live with her dad in Kingston, who is my brother, who is now deceased. And when they came to Kingston, we used to correspond because I went up to nursery school and she was much younger, so she was in public school at the time. When her dad left for the United States in 1972, she went to live with my sister at the age of 15, and that is Sister Gertrude. Sister Gertrude took care of her, and she had Alva Dr. Kiddoe as a little one, or bigger sister, running around together. We loved them anymore. So then I went off to nursing school, and we kind of lost track for a little while, but we got back together. And now I will ask Dr. Kiddoe to take over from me. Good morning. Here is me. My first recollection of Beverly. I seem to recall seeing a shy little girl at my grandfather's home in the early days, but that memory is kind of funny. My first concrete memory of Bev was about the time when I went to actually live with her dad and step from 1968 when I started at the University of West Indies. My impression was of a quiet, obedient girl who was eager to please her parents, but kept mostly to herself. A couple of years later, her parents migrated, as was said before. She came to live with the Redwood family. Nicholas Redwood, my father, is now deceased, but I think most people know my mom. Who else that was like that going strong. She attended Warren Grove High School, and when she had graduated, she got a job as a senior said with a basic school in Vineyard, but she started to attend micro teachers training college on a part-time basis. She was a very conscientious student, and I can recall the meeting once when she came and reported that she was held up by gunmen on her way to mine. But that didn't deter her. She went on and got her teaching certificate. After that, she worked at the School of Hope. And at some time later, she went overseas to the United States to pursue a degree in teaching. As was stated before, she was a teacher indeed, and for many, a mother. Well beloved by students and staff, and as was stated, she was able to spot children who were not mentally retarded at all, but had the wrong diagnosis initially, and she was able to help them pass the common entrance and go to high school. When we were both living with my parents, Beverly and I would go everywhere together. And She was like a little sister to me at that time. I began worshiping here at home. And in 1972, I became a Christian. And sometime later, still trying to remember, Beverly also joined that happy life. She was dedicated, hardworking, generous. I am surprised how many people have come up to me and said, Sister Alma, when I was so and so, Bev did this for me. And I will relate this particular instance where someone who is now a lecturer in JSP said, Sister Kiddoe, I went to the University of the West Indies to a degree. The first months, years and years ago, folks, that gave me 5,000 J dollars, which was a huge sum of money. And every he had an answer, she just gave it to me. And every year for the next 2 years, she gave him $1,000 until he graduated. He couldn't believe that she had passed. Much has been said about her work in the church, and not just in Jamaica, but she would go on campaigns overseas as well. Now you heard my cousin singing. I don't think that voice comes from the Davis side family at all. But she was a member of one African group. Sometime in the 80s, she developed diabetes. That was when actually she was overseas at the time. And it was a hard road for her. Most diabetics, and I stand here time and time again at funerals, most persons think of me because they have diabetes. By the time they reach a certain age. Actually, she had difficulty accepting that first. However, we had a play that descended on Jamaica known as Chickpea, and she was struck by that. I remember staying with her for 29 hours. I'm a doctor, graduated from University of West Indies, 29 hours in Calgary, because there was no bed. And I was kind of fussing. I said, I'm not going to come here. How can you do that? They said, we are overwhelmed. But God was on her side. Someone told me about a doctor, Gladwyan, and he was at not the last bed they had, she got it. And he was a gift to her. He took her under his wings. Dr. Gladwyan is a Jamaican from a doctor. He's a kidney specialist. And he helped them and he registered her KPH and all sorts of things to say that one day she could get on the dialysis there. Because the whole thing, I don't know if you know about it, but dialysis is extremely expensive. Kidney disease, twice weekly dialysis. That was her story for the past many years. The family is grateful also to Dr. Soyibo, who in the latter times took her in. She has had to have multiple operations to site the tube to enter her body so she could have the exchange. Her legacy. Bev was a hard and dedicated worker at home, at school, at play. She was a trusted individual. If you had money and said, Bev, work out this for me, she could do that. She was quietly very generous. And she was an integral part, as Stacey and I told you, of our family. Her birthday was next in line this year for us to celebrate, because we celebrate her birthday, the children's birthday, so on. She leaves behind her aunt, who I thought, when I told her that she would be the next to go because she was devastated. But praise the Lord, she's here. She had an especially deep love for Bible. And the family can attest to this. Many friends will recall her kindness, Miss Reid, and others can attest to this. She leaves behind to mourn. I was going to wear another dress today. Well, red at the top and black at the bottom, because I didn't want this all to be sad, but I didn't say it was not appropriate. So I'm in all black. Her brother, Omar, her sister, when she was pregnant in the United States, Aunt Gloria beside me, Aunt Daphne, and Vanessa, members of the JSP family. I won't mention again the Oteria story. But we are also especially thankful this morning to Dawn Allen, who actually lived next door to her. And she's a practical nurse. And Dawn called me from time to time and said, Dr. Kiddoe, Bev. So we had to rush up there because we knew it was some crisis. But Dawn, the family can't thank you enough. Later dialysis, there was a work there. We took a personal interest. And when anything would go wrong, they would call me. Tina Reid, which I mentioned at the School of Hope. And the doctors, the many doctors who look after her. She leaves behind many friends here. Her quiet disposition would fool you, but she made a lot of friends. And she left behind some godchildren who had also her godchild, please come and talk to me. Apparently, she had quite a few. We are also grateful to the man's funeral. I'm not a preacher, but I would like to read a passage of scripture. But now, in the grace of God, in the God of all grace, who called us to his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after you have suffered a while, perfect, establish, strengthen, and settle. Don't you know that they said